y'all. Welcome to Dirty Laundry.
Welcome to Dirty Laundry.
Ken, come on, get it together. We're back. Hold on. You've been promoting this for the last year. Okay? We ain't even been gone a year. But I feel
it's been 4 months.
Yeah.
But we're back.
You know exactly how long it's been and everything. So I know you're super excited. So welcome back to Dirty Laundry. I'm your host, Pumpkin.
I'm KenBarbie.
And Ken, let's get them a little briefing of what we do on Dirty Laundry. You're good at it, you know.
All right, so let me give y'all my spiel. Dirty Laundry is a no-holds-barred sex and relationships talk show. We will get into a little bit more, but our area of expertise is sex and relationships. So we don't really hold anything back. And also we use this as an outlet for you guys to give us a call and air it out. We have our tagline where if you don't air it out, we will. So if you got anything you're trying to get up off your chest, whether it's the bad sex you had last week, that B word that's getting on your nerves, give us a call. Let us know. Air her out.
That's right. All right, so the segments that we have, well, first I'm cutting my iPhone off. I still have a 4. Yeah, it's not a 5. Because everybody always talking about my phone. Like, why do you still got a 4?
I have a 5.
We'll have a topic about that.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
So we do entertainment news, which is called The Dirty.
The Dirty.
Ken's Top 10. We do a discussion topic, and what else do we do, Ken? I think, you know what? I just added a tip of the day. I got tips for y'all.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm good at this. I work hard. All right, so first we're going to go into The Dirty, right?
Yes,
The Dirty. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready.
Okay.
And for those of you who aren't familiar, The Dirty is our news and entertainment discussion. Most of these stories can be found at itskenbarbie.com. And kicking it off for this week, we're starting off with some It's About Damn Time news. It looks like Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries have finally ended their messy divorce battle. Wow. TMZ has reported that Kardashian and Humphries have officially had their marriage dissolved in court today. And you remember the Addams Family?
Yeah.
Kris Humphrey looks like Lurch, the butler. He didn't get a dime, apparently. Kris was reportedly demanding $7 million in damages and an annulment based on his fraudulent relationship with Kim Kardashian. But he got neither, and apparently just sat down and took it. Not only that, but they're saying he got a big court fee dismissed after Kim simply just asked him to do it. Both parties are actually paying their own attorney fees and going their separate ways. So Kris dragged this whole thing out for, what, like a year?
Exactly.
And got nothing.
Still got nothing.
And, I mean, you know, I love Kim K. I love her.
We know.
You can't take that away. However.
Did you hit it first?
However. I mean, I just don't see him taking it this far for this long, expecting $7 million, and then settling at nothing, letting that go. So I do think Kim and her family may have paid him off with something behind the scenes.
They probably did. You don't know what else. We don't know what really went on.
What happened, Kim? Air it out.
That's your girl. Call her. You got her on speed dial.
I'll call her later.
All right, when we go off air, he'll call. We'll have that information next week.
All right, moving on to our next story. Ciara has been busy on tour promoting her new self-titled album, which means she's been hitting the media hard with interviews left and right.
Okay.
Of course, these days, no interview with Ciara is complete without broadcasting the topic of her dating future and her long-time rumored beef with Rihanna, which simply won't die because Rihanna is obviously having fun with it.
Of course, why not?
Although we may not really know what the actual cause of the beef is, Ciara had plenty to say about Riri during a recent radio interview. She stated, "I think she's nuts right now. Like, whatever's going on, it doesn't make any sense. I don't have beef with anybody, but I'm not going to be disrespected either. I wish her well. I don't know what her problem is. She's had a lot of good things going on with herself, and I'm proud of those. I just don't get it. I really don't, but I wish her well." Rihanna, being the childish Bayesian bird that she is, was quick to...
How rude.
She was quick to respond on Twitter and Instagram when she stated, "How you gonna hate from the outside looking in? Thanks for the free promo, sis. I wonder when her interviewers are gonna start asking her questions about her."
I know, because every interview is about Rihanna.
But that's because
Ciara like the beef. Hold on, didn't this happen on Twitter?
It originated on Twitter a while back.
A Twitter issue or something?
But this was back in 2010, so we don't know exactly what is causing this to continue 3 years later, but Rihanna just won't let it go. And I think maybe she's threatened by Ciara. Which, I'm a big Ciara fan, but I'm big enough to admit that Ciara isn't quite doing exactly what Rihanna's doing right now.
Right now,
so,
she on the way, though, with that body party thing. You put me on to that. Y'all make sure y'all check out KenBarbie.com because he do tell you the latest that's going on. And that song is in my car, and I keep playing it. Remember, we was in traffic last night, and I was playing Body Party.
Right, Pumpkin had to text me and let me know she's listening
to
Body Party.
You know.
It's like, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You put me on. But Ciara will get back there. You know that, right? She look good.
Absolutely.
She on her way.
I think this may be the album for her. But on another note, it's just Rihanna. I don't get it. Like, what is your concern? But how about this? Who do you think will win in a fight between Ciara and Rihanna?
Riri, she got some of that Allen's in her.
She West Indian. She might mess around.
I don't know.
Smack you with a bamboo tree.
She's not gonna even fight fair. Ciara don't do it.
But you know, Ciara got that better athletic prowess about her. She might can handle Riri.
She is kind of built though, in the legs.
But let's just say in an unfair fight, I'm pretty sure Riri is gonna pick up some foreign object from the island. So. Hopefully they settle that soon, though. Shout out to Ciara, Rihanna.
Right. Come on, ladies.
All right, and you know we air it out here.
Okay.
So sometimes we want to air things out that we personally feel some type of way about.
Okay.
So another day equals another moment for a reality TV star to go off. Last night, New York bloggers and tastemakers got the chance to mingle with the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and get a look at the first episode, which is slated to air this Monday on VH1.
Okay.
During a Q&A session, an intern from gossip blog Bossip stood up to ask Mimi Foss a question about role models and later advised her that he was reporting from the blog. K. Michelle heard the name of the blog and took it upon herself to go on a rant, stating that bloggers are not real journalists, and that we prefer to report the negative rather than the positive, and that's all we focus on.
All bloggers.
All bloggers.
You took that personal, right? Ken is a blogger, y'all.
I respect K. Michelle's opinion, and I like K. Michelle, I do. However, I do believe that she's definitely misinformed. For one, bloggers, we report everything. Now, keep in mind, this is the same chick who was yelling in everybody's face on the first season, constantly starting fights, getting in Twitter beefs. So if you only give us negativity, what are we going to talk about, ma'am?
What are we going to talk about? But,
I mean, she's entitled to her own opinion on what we do, just like I'm entitled to my opinion that the album is never going to come out. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
But she do got a nice little butt, though. For real, Ken. I mean, she paid good money for that.
Would we see that butt had this reality show not came out?
No, we probably wouldn't have. But she bought it just in time. You know what I'm saying? Just in time for the TV show. Because when she stood up, I was like, what in the world? Where do you get that from? Is that the Brazilian that we're supposed to be getting?
Yes.
Okay.
I decided we can finance it and stuff. But but yeah, going back to K. Michelle, I mean she has talent. She has a great voice.
Yeah.
However, no one can deny that before Love and Hip Hop, we knew nothing of her.
Nobody did. I mean, she was kind of known,
K. Michelle
but
lives for the
really.
camera. So all this thing about the negativity, you give us. That's all you give us. You want me to report something positive? Give me something positive to work with.
Is she over the Memphis thing, or have they even?
She'll never be over that. Okay. Now she doesn't have anything else to talk about besides her drama. Yeah. But I mean, let's move forward because I'm pretty sure K. Michelle, she may see this. Her little fans attack her in it.
Would you like to take some calls on the topics, the entertainment topics?
We'll get into the calls a little bit later. Keep in mind, you guys can give us a call once we get into our topic for today at 804-915-5202. So, what are we talking about today?
Sex.
Is that it?
That's what I got from it, Ken.
Okay.
Tell us what we're talking about.
This is what we're getting into today.
I got sex.
All right, so for those of you unfamiliar with Dirty Laundry's first season, each week I bring you a different top 10 called Ken's Top 10. So this week I decided to do something a little bit different. I want you guys to interact with us, so grab your pens, grab your paper, and we're going to take a test. Tonight we're going to be determining your freak number. And what a freak number is, that's basically on a scale of 1 to 10, how freaky you are in bed.
Okay.
Before we get into my test, Pumpkin, what would you estimate your freak number at?
I don't have one.
So you don't have sex?
If you have sex, I don't know where to get the number from, though. I guess what? A number 1. A 1.
I mean,
straight missionary.
Number 1, that means you just lay down.
That's it. You just lay down. You don't do nothing else.
All right. But to better clarify that before we get into the test, again, grab your pen,
Let me get my
pencils.
papers. I'm about to find out.
Each one of these questions, I want you guys to mark off. If you've done this, add a point.
Have we given enough time? Y'all got y'all paper and pen? Yes.
So yes, if you've done any of this, you go ahead and add a point.
Just 1 point, Ken.
Just 1 point.
Some of this stuff
so
I saw on
it's a scale of 1 to 10. So I got 10 questions from the top 10.
Way more than 1 point for some of this stuff.
Pumpkin got a sneak peek before we went on air, but I got quite a few different surprises for us. So
okay,
you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
You got your name at the top of the paper?
Let me put my name over here. Y'all make sure y'all put your name on the paper.
All right. So number 10. This is the first question. Do you or have you ever watched porn with your partner?
Point.
So you know I have to ask questions. I can't just let that go. How did that work out? Is this something you do often or?
You nosy.
It's
oh
dirty
my
laundry.
God. No, but seriously, porn, I feel like porn, it adds to it. Some men don't like it. Some men do not like porn because they feel like, oh, are you looking at him because he got a big one or whatever. Y'all know, kids watching. So, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, he bigger than me or whatever.
I don't want to cut you off. But being that you touched on kids watching, Dirty Laundry, we do focus on sex and relationships. So sometimes we may get a little graphic. So you may want to put the kids to bed specifically for this particular episode.
That's why they threw us on late night.
Right, they moved us.
They threw us on 9 o'clock at night.
We like that because now
so we can open up and talk to y'all a little.
Freedom of speech.
All right, so I think the porn it brings something out in the bedroom. Fireworks, you know, especially if it's boring. If you say, for instance, you've been with somebody for years and you just don't know what else you can do. You're going to take a visit to Priscilla's or, you know, you might get porn. Just look at the porn and think of some candle, hot wax. I never did that before. Please don't put no wax on me.
I'm a little bit on the fence as far as the porn is concerned. I have tried it. It just didn't work. Me and my partner were more interested in each other. So it's like this was just on and then we forgot about it.
Wow. Well, yeah, you do forget after a while. And then maybe the person that was on y'all.
Yeah, they weren't cute.
They wasn't that interesting.
They weren't attractive.
Yeah,
they wasn't some fat guy and his. I don't want to get into it. I'm gonna get that memory. But as we're going through the quiz, you guys can give us a call to put your input in. We can go ahead and put the number up on the screen for you as well. But it's 804-915-5202. Next question. You ready? We got a call.
That was fast.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Frank B with Bad Boy Video. We love porn, just to let you know that.
I love you, Frank. You're terrible.
Do you watch it with your partner? Or do you just get into it alone? All the time?
All the time.
How does that help out?
We learn a lot of different things. We like it.
Okay. That's cool.
I can respect that. Get a new trick. Thanks for calling. Moving on to the next question. Have you ever role-played in bed?
Nah, what we got to talk about? I ain't get a point, y'all.
Would you?
No. What I'm going to be, Superwoman?
I mean, you could be. You could be Batman and Batgirl. You could be the teacher and the student. And what would your partner
grab
do?
The mic.
That's a new one. Myself, I couldn't get a point on this one. I've never role played. Maybe I'd be open to it, depending on what role I would be playing. Like I know some people are into like the bestiality, they dressing up like bears and animals and stuff, and we're not getting into that.
What are you doing? What's that about?
I saw something. It was people in like mascot suits. You know, like the people that run around King's Dominion in Disney World. They were in that, and I guess that was their role they wanted to play. It was kind of weird.
No thanks. Not interested in that.
So neither one of us get a point on that one. Again, you guys should be checking along with me, so you can give us a call at the end of the quiz as well and let us know where you stood as far as your freak number.
The freak assessment.
It's the freak assessment. Moving on to the next question. Have you ever used food during sex?
Does food include like whipped cream and yeah, I get a point.
What have you used specifically, Pumpkin?
God, why am I on the spot like this? Let's see. Strawberries.
Okay. Been there.
Yeah. Chocolate.
Been there.
Mm-hmm. I used to sell sex toys, so I had to try some of the products.
Really?
Yeah. That was fun too. I learned a lot.
Can I? Well, I'll save that. That's actually a part of the quiz. We'll get there.
Okay.
Prepare yourself.
Uh-oh.
It's next. Do you or have you ever used toys in bed with your partner?
Yes, I get a point. Point.
I get a point as well.
Everybody does that, though. Well, no, I can't say everybody.
Not everybody.
Some people are kind of childish, though. No, it's kind of childish. It's like, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You got to bring something different into the bedroom. We all know that. It gets boring.
I beg to differ.
Ken, what do you do? Never mind.
I mean, okay,
I don't want to know.
Toys definitely would spice things up, but I mean, I've tried it a couple different times, but I mean, I can go without it. We good.
You know, yeah, that's not something that you would have all the time, you know?
I think in my situation, it was actually more so for my partner. It was a turn on for them.
And so see, that happens, though. That happens, though, because you have, guys that like to see women use toys by themselves. Or me personally, I don't want to see my partner doing anything by itself. Let me help you.
I like it.
Can I help you? See, you like to watch it, but you don't.
But eventually, of course, eventually I'd have to join in. But starting out watching this, that's cool.
You cool with watching that? Wow. Watching what? Ken?
Watching your partner prepare themselves, pleasure themselves.
And you like that, Ken?
I'm here for that. You wouldn't want to do that? Like,
no, I'm not interested. Watch me.
Again, you guys can chime in, give us a call. The number is 804-915-5202. Hopefully we'll get that on the screen for you guys in just a moment. Moving on. And this one, I think I kind of have to sit this one out because it gives me an automatic point, along with some other guys, if you see where I'm going with this. Are you open to anal sex?
Are you open to it?
Have you had anal sex?
How about this? That is not what y'all supposed to be doing. I got to get a point because everybody has tried it. I'm going to give me a point for that. But at the same time, it's not something I'm interested in. It's not something that I want to do, like on a daily. That's just not, no. I done tried it, didn't like it.
What was wrong?
It's painful for a reason. It's very painful. That's what's wrong.
You gotta start that thing with E. You gotta start that thing off.
I did. It was called lube. It was an easy lube. It didn't work. That lube, it doesn't work.
So I'm guessing you wouldn't try this again.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, but you do get a point because you did it. Pumpkin, you said you were at a 1. It's a couple of different. You have more than one marked on this paper, but we're gonna reveal your number at the end, along with our viewers.
I'm undercover.
Undercover freak.
Yeah.
All right. So we're winding it down, and so these may get a little bit more freaky as we go. Next question. Are you open to sex with a stranger? Let me clarify.
My mama told me don't talk to strangers. Sorry.
So this could be someone who you just met tonight.
One night stand?
It's not necessarily a one night stand because you can have a one night stand with somebody who you are familiar with.
I hear the audience saying that they got points.
Our studio audience is taking the quiz as well.
I hear a couple points.
I kind of wish we could get a call from that person in the audience.
You
being
know,
that I want to hear this sex with a stranger story.
So she, you know. What happened was.
I can't rock with this one.
I don't get a point for that.
Me neither.
Again, you know, you're not supposed to talk to strangers. Because this would be something like you just met them in the club or something, and then y'all decide to leave.
Right, I can't give away my candy to strangers. Like, I just can't. I'm willing to share, but not with people I don't know.
We got precious jewels, you know. They're very precious.
All right, now moving on to the next question. Have you ever had sex in public?
What? Let's start naming these public places.
It doesn't matter.
No,
have you had sex in public, Pumpkin?
What's considered public, though?
Were there people moving about the vicinity? Or just in a general public place, whether that be a
like
department,
name a place.
department stores, the movie,
I never did the store,
the park. Don't ask me where I'm getting these locations from. They don't necessarily have to be from personal experience, but...
Do you get a point for that, Ken?
I definitely get a point for that.
Guess what, Ken? Me too, babe.
Where was your public place?
See, I like cars.
Was the car parked in a... Was it daylight?
I've had daylight, lunch breaks. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. When I was younger, I liked cars. I mean, you know, you get a new car, you got to break it in. You know?
Hello?
Hey.
Test drive that thing. All right, moving on from that one. Have you ever allowed someone to watch you have sex?
Hell no. No.
I can't get a point with that one either.
Much. Now, you talking about like a friend, a dog, cat.
Ew, that's nasty.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, that freaks me out.
Animals walk around, Ken.
We covered that in season 1. That was one of my no-nos. Put your pet away. If we're going to do the thing, put your pet away. Because I don't have time for Fido or whoever you call to be
jump on the bed.
I just don't.
No, I won't do strangers. I need some type of privacy. I'm sorry.
But this would also go another way. Again, this is not necessarily from my personal experiences.
Your eyes winking.
I guess if someone were to see your personal stash of recordings or your personal videos, so they technically have watched you have sex. So.
They watch. You do videos, Ken? Wow. You'll be on the next video. You're going to be on the next Ray J song, aren't you?
Number 2. Have you ever, or would you be open to, a threesome?
I've never. What?
Our studio audience is dapping each other up. Like, I feel like we need these calls, like, from them.
I mean,
really? And I know these people, and I didn't know this about them. Like, I'm learning so much tonight.
This is great. I hope they're taking the test, too.
I'm really interested to know their numbers once we finish this. I can't share. I require way too much attention, and I
am very spoiled, and I'm the same way. Like, no.
Yeah, I can't.
Hold on. Why is she getting all of that, but you going to give me this little bit of that?
I feel like she has an additional stroke. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. You spent 1 extra minute longer with her than you did with me. I want my minute. So,
just a minute?
You licked one of her toes longer than you licked mine. Yeah.
Maybe if it was someone whom I didn't care. No, I can't do it.
No.
I was trying to give you the benefit. And this is the last question. Have you ever experimented with S&M?
What is that?
Have you ever broken out the leather, the whips, the chains, the spanking? Like,
are you making movies for real? I don't do that. That's too much. What is wrong with just missionary doggy style, just regular stuff? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Things change. It is 2013.
I mean, you have your people who want to put their partners in swings and tie them up to the walls and all of that, and
hanging from the door
and choking, like
choking them. Now, a couple people that died from choking. Y'all be careful with the chokes now. Y'all be very careful with these chokes.
So how would you respond if you were doing the deed with your partner and they started choking you?
I'm coming out with them things, y'all. For real. You're not grabbing on me like that. Them? Why is you choking me? No.
I mean,
I don't like to be like restrained or like held down, it's a problem. It's a problem. No.
Some people like a little aggression.
No, we're not.
Matter of fact, I want
aggression.
someone who's into S&M to enlighten us. Let us know what you get from that by giving us a call.
Please call us. 804-915-5202.
5202. The number's also at the bottom of the screen for you guys. So, Pumpkin, what's your number?
Let me tally up my vote. I only got 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
I'm a 5, so I'm halfway there.
You're halfway there.
Almost freaky.
You do a little something.
Just not quite ready yet to cross the line. I'm on my way, though.
So you're freakier than you thought.
Evidently.
I was actually less freakier than I thought. I thought I was going to be up there, but I got like a 6.5.
What's the 0.5?
Because I told you, like when you watch have you ever let someone watch you have sex? I had an experience with the video, okay? So
the video got out.
I didn't say it's something I'm proud of, but you say what you want with that.
Somebody's trying to get famous off of a video. Kim K is your best friend, right?
Bye, Pumpkin. But you guys can give us a call at any point throughout the show and let us know what your freak number turned out to be.
I'm interested. Please call and tell us what your number is.
And y'all can also
6.5 and I'm a 5.
You can tweet us throughout the show as well. You can hit me up at It's KenBarbie. That's ITS KenBarbie. And what's your Twitter, Pumpkin?
TLL Pumpkin. TLLPUMPKIN. 2 P's, please. He's gonna leave out the P.
All right, so moving on from the freak numbers, there's another discussion topic that we wanted to get into tonight.
Okay.
And that's as far as your body count. And of course, I have an explanation for you guys. So when we say your body count, this is a sensitive topic for most. How many people have you been with? Pumpkin. I know this may be very, very sensitive. I'm not sure who's watching. But on Dirty Laundry, we like to air it out. How many partners have you had, Pumpkin?
I'm a virgin. With 3 kids.
So I guess it's safe to assume, I don't know.
You just don't give that away. You never tell the truth about that. I had 2 partners. I have kids with them. My 2 partners. 2.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh, right.
Whether you guys choose
You're going to be honest, right?
Whether you guys choose to believe me, that's up to you. But keep in mind, I am a self-proclaimed relationship-oriented individual. I've only had 4. So
that's not even a whole hand, Ken. Not even a whole hand.
I do long-term relationships. I've been with the same person for quite some time, so, do the math.
And you just decided to step out 3 times.
Pumpkin!
3 times, Ken. Stepped out 3 times.
Oh. Who? I didn't plan for you to get that deep into it, but whatever.
Ken.
I could have done this prior. You didn't even give out your number, so don't try.
I said 2.
Don't try.
I said 2.
All right, so let's talk about that though. The body count situation, is that an appropriate question to ask for your partner? Have you had that conversation?
Definitely. You should ask that question.
You should?
You're never going to get the right answer though. So, but as you go into a relationship or as you're meeting people, you should ask, so how many people have you been with, Do you have protected sex? When's the last time you've been tested? Not to say you're going to get the answers. You're probably not going to get the answers to it, but it's good that you ask. And not to rain on your parade, but you should ask the men, have they slept with men before? Because it's men out there that won't say that they slept with a man.
So you're saying they might not include that?
They're called the undercover brothers. Okay? So undercover brothers are never going to say, yes, I've been with a man or a woman, or that's what you enjoyed.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Okay, I want to with this body count situation.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about like multiple times with a person or actual individual people?
Individual partners. Is that an appropriate question?
You gonna tell us?
So
what's your number?
Or my number?
Your number.
Oh, okay. There's a little caveat. I'm ex-military. I traveled a lot.
Oh, God.
So, what is the number?
Well, what would be a bad number?
That's up to your personal opinion. Let's find out your number first, and then we'll voice on that.
Oh, well, I would say about like 47.
That's good. Because how old are you?
40.
All right, you're 40. So when did you start having sex?
About 7th grade.
So maybe about 13, 14.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly that. So that's about 2 a year.
You're doing the math.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some math. I'm trying to work with.
So let me ask you a question, though. If you were to ask your partner that same question, and they were to give the same number, how would you feel? Would you be upset? Or would you not hold that against them?
Well, everybody got a history. You can't really be upset about that.
True.
I agree with that.
But you would definitely look at him kind of funny for a minute. Because you would think I can't bring nothing new to the table. I can't spring nothing new on you.
To experience.
Come on, man, that is not fair. You can always learn something new. It don't matter how many people it's been. You got to look at the years. I'm trying to help y'all out here.
Thank you so much for calling.
You got to look at the years. You know, if you're 40-some years old, give them 2 a year.
Yeah, when you break it down
2
like
or
that.
3. Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
What do you do if you don't? How are you?
Hello.
What do you do if you don't know your number?
You just ran out, right? You just completely forgot.
You lost count.
So give it an average. Just average it out. You know what I'm saying? That's okay too. We take guesstimations.
Is that a word?
Wow, it's a good estimation, but I mean sometimes it goes up whenever I run into somebody going, oh my God, I don't remember their name, but I mess with that person. You see what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you.
So if you had to take a guess, what would you say?
Let's see, let's just say past, of course, 30. I don't want to do too much.
You passed 30. How old are you?
Yeah, 27, which is bad.
That's not bad for 30 at 27. It's about 2 a year.
I mean, that's whenever, yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
Don't matter how old you are. It's about 2 a year. It's an average.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
And that's fine. That's fine, long as you're getting tested.
Oh, yeah.
And you're protected.
Right. Protection is the most
important. Now, the issue will come if you had 30 partners and you got 30 kids. Now we got problems.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I got 1 baby.
That's what I'm saying. You've been doing something right, boy.
Okay, but I want to ask you the same question as the previous caller. If your lady friend, I'm assuming you're heterosexual, I don't know, if they were to assume that they don't, and just say that they don't know their number, how would you feel about that? Would you feel some type of way about it, or are you cool with that?
Well, there was a situation as to where, like, I met a girl, and I asked her the question about, when's the last time you had sex? And this is after we had started, maybe like 2 weeks after we had started, like, really going in. And then she said, a week before I met you. Mm-hmm. Came to find out, she was pregnant, and I was thinking the baby was mine and all that stuff like that. So therefore,
wow.
So I went through that whole process of like saying I'm going to be there and all that stuff like that.
Hold on. You only knew her 3 weeks and she was pregnant.
Yeah, she was like pregnant.
And so you the baby daddy now because you just happened to.
Right, you was in the right place at the right time.
No.
No, I know you're not, but at that point in time, you went through the whole 9 months with her?
Off and on, because you know there were the arguments because she never would answer that question, just like you were talking about. She would never answer how many people have you been with. She never asked me that. But I mean,
I don't feel like it's important though.
Thank you for calling.
To a certain degree, right?
To a certain degree. I've actually had that conversation with each of my partners, and it wasn't necessarily because I set out to say, hey, how many people have you been with?
You only had 4.
It just came in casual conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would prefer to know, just to know who I'm dealing with. But at the same time, I honestly can't say whether I would or would not hold that against someone. It would depend on how into that person I am at the time, I guess.
Do you really want to know the truth?
Yes.
Okay, if they say, I've been with 200 people, how do you feel about that?
I feel like that it was nice meeting you. And
because you had 200 sex partners.
Absolutely.
And you don't feel like they deserve a chance to be with anybody.
They deserve a chance to be with somebody, just not with KenBarbie.
See, this is why people don't be honest with these numbers. Because stuff like that. So guess what? You'll never get an honest answer, Ken. And you just said it on TV. Like, you're never going to get the right answer.
Well, I'm not searching, so I'm good. I'm okay on that.
Wow.
But, so you would never really ask because you don't feel like you would get an honest answer, basically.
I mean, you can't, I mean, it's cool to ask. It's nothing wrong with asking. I mean, that's how I feel. But how you going to get the truth?
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
I just to give a comment on the topic.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's an appropriate question. I feel like that's really nobody's business, how many people you've been with, because it's kind of like, what difference does it make? It was like, it shouldn't change how y'all first met. It shouldn't change how you feel about the person. That's kind of like in the past, and it shouldn't be judged by it if y'all are starting something fresh.
So you don't feel like that gives you some type of idea of whom you're messing with, or who you're getting into something with before you lay down with them?
I mean, it does, but that's just not an appropriate question. The appropriate question is, like Pumpkin said, do you get tested often?
Yeah.
When was the last time you got tested?
Definitely.
Protection, are we going to use protection? But not how many people have you had sex with. And as far as the number, like, does this include, like, head, or this is intercourse?
This is everything. Oral, anal,
oral doesn't count, does it?
This is it. This is sex. How many partners have you had? If you tell me that you...
Now, the Bible don't say that, Ken.
We've said a lot of things against the Bible just within the last 30 minutes, so... But thank you for calling.
Hold on. If y'all nobody know that number if you include head. Because...
Exactly.
I've been all over this country, okay?
Oh, my God.
Well... You forget things when you travel, right?
Yeah, it's like a number for intercourse. That's one thing because it's like that's passionate.
Yeah.
But I mean, to get something, give some, you know, that don't really. I feel like people recognize my voice right now, so I'm gonna hang up.
Alright.
Been on the line too long. Thank you for calling.
Alright, so I definitely agree that. I mean, you bringing up the oral sex. Come on now. It's been times where I'm sure that you all have stepped out and possibly somebody might have, like you said, gave you some form of oral sex. Do you really count that? How do you remember that?
Would you count it?
How do you remember that? So you mean to tell me all your 4 partners, you never had another, maybe a 5th, that would have gave you oral?
No. I told you if you choose to believe me.
You need more people. Sorry, we don't believe you.
My pretty boos believe me. But I do kind of agree with the previous caller on, to an extent, it really doesn't have anything to do with anything, which, that's why I said previously that I just happened to run across the conversation. It's not because I required it, but, I mean, you could be getting this information from a 40-year-old woman who tells you that she's had 3 partners. And in that 3 partners, it could be 3 people she had at the same time in a menage a trois, or
you don't know
like,
what they're doing.
You don't know if those were committed relationships. It still doesn't really tell you that much about the person, I suppose. So I understand where they were coming from with that one.
Sometimes y'all just need to mind your business. That's all I'm saying.
But do you feel that way only because you may be ashamed of your number, or
no,
because you?
I don't have a number, Ken.
Pumpkin.
I don't have a number. You know, I feel like long as I'm not going to give you a disease or it's not affecting you personally, like, for instance, it's one of your cousins, your brother or something like that, it's none of your business.
I'm glad you said that.
This is mad.
That's a good point. You mentioned if it were one of your cousins or someone
if it's a family member or something going on, or a close friend, then of course you want to know that you've had sex with that person, and that'll go in your count. You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't open that door with those type of questions, how would that come out that you slept with my uncle?
Because when you go to the cookout.
But do you want to find out that way, or would you rather me brief you beforehand? Hey,
I'm sorry, but I'm not about to write down my list with their first and last name, just so you can know who I've been with over the past few years. That's not going to happen. You'll never know. You'll never know. One thing you cannot believe from somebody is that. I mean, I don't believe nobody will tell the truth. Even you, Karen, I don't believe you, though.
Why don't you believe me?
It's very hard for me.
You guys out there, I'm pretty sure somebody believes me. And I appreciate if you give me a call, 804-915-5202, and let me know. I'm not lying.
When did you start having sex?
Hey, Pumpkin.
What?
I'm asking the questions here. Okay.
I just want to know what age
right,
you were.
So
when you started having sex.
Let me set this on properly. We do air it out here. I started having sex at 14 years old.
14. Okay. So 14. And then your second partner was when? I'm just trying to add, I'm trying to get these 4 people out here, you know. We're trying to average it out.
Why are we mapping this out?
We just
Somebody call in and save me.
You know, because if it was me, I'd be like, I ain't get another one until I was 18. And then I got another one, 2, 3 years later. And then I cheated on this one, you know. And now I'm back to that.
So you really want me to map this thing out like this? We can just say that there was enough space between them.
That's cool. Have you ever cheated?
Sexually, no.
Okay.
I can say that.
Sexually, no. So you didn't cheat then? I don't believe in that.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, it is. That's a whole other time.
But I can't let you just...
Not cheating if you ain't have sex.
I can't let you just go past it like you didn't say that, though. So you're telling me if we're in a relationship and I'm on the phone with another chick or another man and flirting, going out with them, we're going on movie dates, we're kissing, because we didn't have sex, I haven't cheated on you?
Chicks love good morning texts.
But are you okay with your man giving someone else a good morning text?
Check the phone, man. Trust me, it's some good morning texts. Men love good morning texts, too.
So you're saying everybody does it?
Everybody, if y'all cool with each other. See, you can't touch my phone. But if you're in a relationship and you want to ask your partner, let me hold your phone real quick. I guarantee you they got at least one good morning text from an ex or from somebody that they just might be emotionally attached to. It don't have to always be sex. You know what I'm saying? So it is. I guess it is considered cheating. You ain't got no good morning text.
I don't have that.
Let me look at your phone. You probably got something else in here and don't nobody supposed to see.
I don't have good morning texts from people whom I'm not in a relationship with.
It's not okay to say good morning to you?
I'm saying good morning as in good morning, babe. People like to throw that word out there. Boo, and it's different little flirtation things with it. That's not okay. That is fit.
People do that though. They do that. Even when you're at work and somebody walk up to you, hey sweetie, how was your weekend and all that? They flirting with you. Do you think that's cheating? It's flirting. That's it.
Pumpkins opened the door for another topic along with the body count. Do you guys think that cheating is more than just sex? I think so. There are more than a few ways to cheat.
It is. I'm lying, y'all. It really is. Because I'm very jealous. I am the jealous type. So I'm telling you right now, if I go through a phone and I see some good morning texts, I'm going ham. Because I want to know why. Why are they texting you good morning, boo?
Is that enough?
Good morning,
is that a big form of cheating to where you'd have to end that relationship?
Nah, they just need to find another phone to text. You should just get a secondary phone.
So you're okay with them doing it as long as you don't know about it?
I'm that type of person.
No.
I'm serious. I'm the type that if I don't know it, don't hurt me, Ken. So now you're snooping. You a snooper?
Absolutely.
So you're snooping. Okay, so you're snooping. So, you know, look for shit, find shit. You heard that before?
But here's my thing. I would rather find out that you have someone else 9 months pregnant a couple months beforehand. I don't want to know after the baby's here because I'm playing blind and I don't want to see anything.
Because you wasn't snooping in the phone. Now, where does the trust come in at then?
It depends on what relationship you're in.
I mean, it seems like you don't have trust if you got to go through everything that I do.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I just have to go through your phone on a regular basis because I'm not going to do that.
What are some signs, Ken? What are some signs of cheating? What would make you go through somebody's stuff, Ken? Give me an example.
We covered this.
We did, but we back. It's all new dirty laundry. We got to help them out here tonight. So, what would make you go through your partner's phone, or how would you find out they got somebody 9 months pregnant? You feel like everything is a text message? Is that what you think?
Depending on who you're messing with, if that person isn't smart, then they would be. But a smart cheater, they're gonna be careful with their text messages. Anything that's traceable, you're not gonna be able to see but so much.
So do you?
Because they know what they're doing.
Feel you need to know your partner's passcodes, or should they have a lock on their phone, or no? Because how do you get in it? I'm just trying to figure that out. I forgot to put my lock back on my phone when I got the phone last week.
I don't enter any relationship with the intent to go snooping or to go into people's stuff. Like, something has to happen along the line that betrays that trust to where I'm like, hey, what's going on with this? I'm not just going to sit back and say, give me your phone. It's 2 o'clock on Tuesday morning. It's time to go through your phone.
It's phone check. Phone check.
That won't happen, but...
Is it like a just pop-up type thing for you? Hey, let me hold your phone, or is it?
Yeah, if I come across something and then I feel the need to, hey, who is Jerome?
See,
people no friends name that.
Let me teach y'all about these iPhones or whatever phones y'all got. Y'all need to learn how to block the stuff that pop up on the screen. The messages pop up, and you can read them, especially on the iPhone.
They do.
Yeah, I turned that feature off on my phone.
Why?
Because people can sit there and just watch every text that's coming through. I don't got nothing to hide.
So why
I don't have those problems. See, I don't have those problems because I don't even have a lock on my phone. If you really want to go through it and it's that serious to you, you're more than welcome to. But whatever you find, don't ask me about it.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, don't ask me. It's my phone.
But that's another thing, like, if you're going to go through your partner's phone and so forth, just be prepared to take some type of action afterwards. Don't go through the phone, get your feelings hurt, and then you stay in that relationship. Because it's kind of, why did you do any of this? Why did you put yourself through the hurt?
Yeah.
But
for no reason. But you're going to stay there anyway. So.
You might could go through the phone to find out. That you might get an idea of how many people they've been with. Because they may be messing with these people out there.
Let's get that number.
I don't know. I mean, so you really just have no interest in your partner's body count whatsoever, moving back to that?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to get disgusted.
So saying that you'd be disgusted, so you wouldn't...
Because think about how small Richmond is. Let's talk about that. We're in Richmond, Virginia. We already know how small it is. So if a guy comes and we're in about the same age group, usually you roughly have sex with people within a certain range, maybe 2 or 3 years older, 2 or 3 years younger, or whatever. So naturally, y'all gonna end up knowing somebody that you've been with, or that one's been with. I'm making this stuff up. I'm making this stuff up. I do this for a living. Numbers. So numbers don't lie. So, so you probably about the same range or whatever. You know what I'm saying, Ken? Now. If somebody tell me that they've been with like 200 people, let's stick with that number. It's like, dag, how many people in Richmond? You know, what side of town you live on? What side of town are you mostly with? So I can holler at some of my people from that side and see if they know you. You know, because most of my family from Church Hill, I'd be like, most of my family from Church Hill. So is that where most of your partners come from?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got to make sure you don't know them.
Definitely. You got to ask questions like that. I'm so serious. When you meet people, you need to ask questions about what school did you go to? Oh, do you know such and such? Yeah, that's my...
I have another question, though. Do you feel like for those that do reveal their body count, whether it be true or not, do you feel like there's a double standard for how many partners a man can have versus a woman?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because... as being a woman, that sounds so nasty to be like, I've been with 200 people and I'm 25 years old. You're nasty. That's a whole lot. When did you start? I didn't know what age you started having.
We had a caller who said they had 25 partners.
He was 27. He had 30.
Is he nasty?
No, because he had about roughly 2 a year.
You and his numbers.
2 a year, roughly, you know. So, no, he's perfectly fine, you know. But as a woman at 27, to say I had 30, they're probably going to be like, okay, and what age did you start? And what side of town you on? I need to know this stuff. I need to know this stuff.
I can't with you in this location, the amount of people per year, like, I can't, but...
No, seriously, no, but you know it does matter for women. I mean, they just look at us like we're nasty. We get titles.
Right,
you know.
A hoe.
Yeah, you a hoe just because of how many people you have sex with. It's like we're supposed to be like 5. That's it, just 5. No, only 2, just 2, seriously. You know.
Well, Pumpkin's not really giving me what I want as far as the actual number. So I want a female to call in and air it out with us. Well, be real. Let me know what is your
You keep it
number.
real with yourself, you know.
Identity won't be known, but what's your number? And are you ashamed of it? Are you open about it? Let us know.
804-915-5202. We're here until 10 p.m. We're here every Friday.
Every Friday.
9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I'm still not lying.
So, you really want to know how many people I've been with?
I want to know.
2. Look at my face.
That's a serious face?
Yeah.
Pumpkin serious face.
I'm being so serious right now. No, but seriously, if anybody wants to call in and tell us the real number, you know, we're here. The lines are open. Notice, nobody wants to tell the truth. Not one person.
But also notice, that's why I brought up the double standard, because the people who did reveal their number, they were guys. Even myself included. I revealed my number. I'm a guy.
Yeah.
You aren't being completely honest with us because... So, I mean, I definitely think it's a double standard.
It is. Women can't say it. They can't. It's not okay, Ken. It's not okay. It's not okay for a woman to say I've been with 15 people. And you could be 50.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hello?
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you hit the wrong button, Ken.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Good afternoon, good evening, you guys. How are you?
Who's that?
I'm great. How are you?
Can you cut your TV
This
down for us?
Mario from the Cutting Edge.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I was calling because I would like to give you guys my body count.
All right.
Be honest.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be honest. It's actually 6 people.
Okay.
And I want to say that I'm just tuning in to you guys. I've actually just got off of work. And I was wondering if you guys would like to share where's boobs and tattoos.
We're looking for her, actually.
I've spoken to Boobs. Thank you for calling. Boobs actually is having some personal issues that she's going through right now. She'll actually be back later on in the season, so definitely a shout out to her. We wish you luck with everything that you're going through. But yeah, that's the situation with Boobs right now. She just has some other things that are going on in life, so that's just reality. It is what it is.
Follow her on Twitter.
At Boobs and Tattoos.
All right, so he's been with 6 people.
I'm not sure how old he is, but...
Yeah, he didn't get that. We didn't get that part out.
But I want to say it's somewhere in the mid-30s. So, do you feel like that's acceptable for him to have the 6 partners in
Ken, you 40? Got 4.
I'm nowhere near that age. But, yeah, I just don't...
How many minutes we got?
Approximately 7 minutes. But I just don't see why a female can't give her number. Like, I'm all for equal opportunity here.
Not gonna happen.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Yes, you were talking about body count, correct, for like females and guys?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no shame with my body count, and it is kind of high, and I am kind of young.
What is that number?
My number is 74.
How old are you?
I am 22.
How did you keep up with that?
What I did one day was I sat down and I just thought about it and I wrote everybody's name down, and that was my title.
Oh my God.
But you know what? That's good that you can remember each one of your partners, because we do have some people who can't. So I
ain't mad at you. Thank you for calling.
And I appreciate your honesty as well.
All right.
So
2274, how you feel about it?
I mean, she's definitely been fruitful, but how would you feel if that was a guy that had 74 partners?
I think people would accept it because guys really go wild in college.
But that's no excuse.
I mean, I'm just saying it's the truth, though. The truth is most guys, once they come out of their shell, it's a wrap. They don't know what to do with themselves.
If I go to college, I can be a hoe.
No, you can't.
I get a whole pass to go to college.
No. I'm just saying, people really wild out, and females too, though. They really wild out when they go to school because you, say for instance, you got strict parents, and then once you come out, it's like.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hey, I'm calling about the body count.
Okay.
Right.
What's your number?
Oh, that's not the part that I called for.
Of course not.
I'm just calling because once again, I just kind of feel like it just really does not matter. Like, I just don't understand what the big deal. Like, a caller called in and she said that she was 22 and she had sex with 74 people. Okay, let's get this straight. Don't tell me no shit like that. But it's really just no way. Don't fix your lips to look me in my face and be like, I've been with 74 people. However, if you don't share that with me, we good to go. Because like I said, it's really about, like how often you're being tested, and we definitely going to use something.
But wait, would you be upset if you just so happen to come across this information after you've been with this person quite some time?
No, like I said, don't look in my face and tell me nothing like that. Like,
Don't.
I'm mad that you thought that was something I wanted to hear. That right there is none of my business. But like, if you keep that to yourself, because I'm not going to tell my number.
Yeah,
My number ain't no.
so you might have just got tricked into changing your number.
Huh?
You got tricked into changing your number. So now you can tell the truth.
Yeah, I feel much more comfortable telling my number now.
So give us your number for the one time for the road.
I mean, just know that I'm an adult and I've been places and I've done things and just don't look in my face and talk about I've been with some 74 people.
You so silly. Oh, you back on the same. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling.
All right, y'all. So it's time for us to really wrap it up right now. We got like 2 minutes, Ken.
All right. So make sure you guys check us out every week. New topic, new top 10 every single week. Fridays, 9 p.m. Same channel.
My tip of the day, though.
Pumpkin wants to hit us off with her tip of the day.
Today's tip of the day. Never ask anyone how many partners they've had. You will never get the truth. Get your life.
That's it?
Mind your business.
Okay. Well, you guys can follow me, of course, all week, every day at your #1 source for news and entertainment. It's KenBarbie.com. Follow me on Twitter at It's KenBarbie and Instagram official KenBarbie.
And you can follow me on Twitter at TLLPumpkin and Instagram TLLPumpkin. You can also catch us tomorrow on The P Show, thepshow.com from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. And Ken is on there with his entertainment, Catching Up with Ken, Wendy.
All new topics.
With the co-host and also the Couch Coach. Follow them also, the Couch Coach and Richmond Black on Twitter. Again, thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with a hot new topic.